Hello, I'm Saul from Websand and I'm here to explain how date-driven marketing works within Websand. So one constant that we all face as marketeers is time. It's something that you can't control, and if you're trying to send the right message to the right person at the right time, getting a handle on this can be quite daunting and very difficult to apply. That's one of the reasons why we built Websand. So everyone has customers and you're looking to improve engagement with them and improve your marketing performance. So one of the things that you're probably going to be interested in are going to be those people that have lapsed, so those people that haven't bought from you for quite a long time, but also you'll also be interested in those people who bought from you fairly recently. Because those are the people that you're going to be looking to drive further engagement from and to build and generate loyalty. So typically, this is done through a date range rather than a date itself. So you would be looking at picking a date in the calendar and running batch processes. Our approach is slightly different. For us, yes, you can use dates where that's appropriate, but we're looking at using those dates and driving marketing using today as the benchmark. So let me explain that a little bit further. So today is a constant, and the constant is that it will change. Tomorrow is a new day, and yesterday was a different day. So let's say today is today, and let's draw a line. So from this point of view, we have things that happened before today. So those are things that have happened in the past. And if we're looking at this from a business perspective, this could be a purchase date, so the time that a person or a company bought something. Could be an event that somebody attended or a specific point in time. Or it could be a response to a marketing email. Basically any kind of date-driven fields that you collect. Now also from today, things will happen in the future. So you may have a contract renewal date coming up. It could be an upcoming event, or you may want to drive some activity around somebody's birthday. Again, any date-driven field that you capture. So Websand will help you to utilize this information in a slightly different way so your marketing can be much more relevant, much more targeted, and much more in context to that specific time. So let's go into this in a little bit more detail. So again, we've got today, but this time we're looking at marketing by day and not a date. So let's say that we're looking at a certain day in the past, let's say 10 days ago, and we're interested in people that bought something 10 days ago because we know that if we're able to reach them 10 days ago, we're more likely to retain them as a customer. So let's say that we want to identify people who did something exactly 10 days ago. So we can create a rule in the system and do just that. But also, we might want to look at a day in the future. So that might be a renewal date or a birthday, something that's coming up in 2 days' time. Again, we can create that rule in the system and identify those people. There you go. Now in the system, wherever you have a date-driven field, the search criteria that you use is the on function. So within your date field, you'd be looking at, for a day in the past, it would be on and then the number of days before today. Or if you're looking at a day in the future, it would be after today. So in this case, is on 2 days after today. Now that's on a specific date, but sometimes you want to move things and do things slightly more complicated and pick up a certain group of people that meet a slightly different criteria. So here's an example. So let's look at the past again. Let's look at before today. So let's say 7 days ago. The point of difference here is we're not drawing a line on today. We're drawing a line before today. And in this case, it's 7 days ago. So let's say that we're interested in looking at people who've done something more than 7 days ago. So again, we can create a rule that is all around before today and identify those people that did something before 7 days ago. There you go. Now we can also look to the right of that line and look at that gap between 7 days ago and today. So in this case, we're looking at every day after 7 days ago. So that's going to pick up people that meet that criteria, but it's also going to pick people if that date is in the future. It's going to pick those up as well, so that's just something to be aware of. In the system, the function that you're going to be using there is the date field where we're using before today. So if you think about that line of 7 days ago, we're looking at, for the people that did something before 7 days ago, the rule is before and then the number of days before today. If you're looking at people to the right of that line, then we're looking at people who are after 7 days before today. Now, that's before today, that's in the past. We're going to apply the same criteria after today. So again, in this case, let's say we're looking a week ahead, so in 7 days' time. So let's say we're looking at people where they've got an event which is after 7 days' time. So we identify those people as a group, and we can mark those appropriately. But let's say we're also looking at those people who have done something before 7 days' time. Now that's going to pick up everybody before that date. So again, that's just something to be aware of when you're building your queries, just to make sure that you pick the right group of people up. You might need to build some extra levels into that. Now within the system, the search criteria to use in this is the after today area. So if we're looking at people before an event in the future, we're looking at before 7 days after today. And if we're looking at something after a date in the future, then it is after, in this case, 7 days after today. Now, an important point to make that this changes every day because your baseline on this search is today. So if this is applied today, the system will fire out marketing based on in 7 days' time. Now, tomorrow, it will apply the same 7 days from tomorrow. So this is a constantly moving process. So this means that your strategy is in play all of the time. So let's look at the full picture and everything that you can do. So we can look at building rules before today, so in the past. In this case, the example that we've talked through is 7 days ago. So we're looking at people who did something before 7 days ago. And the rule there is before 7 days before today. Or we're looking at people who've done something in the last 7 days. So in that case, it is after 7 days before today. Or we're looking at people who actually did something on that day. Now that's obviously going to be a smaller group, but that keeps moving as well. So if you've got a specific day that you know is really, really important within your business, that increases engagement, that's the day to pick. Do some testing and make sure you find the right configuration. If we're looking at days in the future, same thing applies. Just bear in mind that when you put a rule around a day in the future, it's going to pick up everybody before that day in the future. So in this case, it's before 7 days after today. So that line in the future, it's before that. Or after that point in the future. So in this case, is after 7 days' time. And the rule there is after 7 days after today. So you can also, of course, pick that day in the future. And the rule in this case would be it was on 7 days after today. I'm going to put another video up which is going to explain exactly how you apply these rules in the system. And I'll overlay these images within that so it just makes more sense, so everything's really clear. But this is more of a conceptual overview. So benefits of applying this within your business, and specifically where you want to apply some data-driven marketing. Pretty strong benefits really. So it giving you the ability to send marketing to the right people at the right time. Your marketing is going to move with time automatically. So if you're collecting that date field and you have a strategy around that date field, the system will fire off that marketing, and you can mix that up with any other rules that you have around your data specifically. This really reduces all your administration. You haven't got to worry about forgetting things. You're not doing batch-driven messages anymore. These messages will be fired off when people meet the criteria that you've specified within the system. So pretty much you can apply your strategy and just leave it to run. It's in play. The outcomes from that is you will get improved customer engagement. We typically move the needle about 10% with each client, because we're able to help you to create marketing messages that are relevant, and more importantly, they're in context to a specific point in time. And it's either a point in time that the customer recognize or a point in time that you recognize to be really important to push the engagement levels within your business. And finally, when you're applying date-driven marketing, it makes application of drip campaigns, retention marketing strategies, and also building deeper engagement and loyalty really easy to put into place. So that's an overview of how Websand can help you to apply some date-driven marketing. If you want further information, then please check us out at our website, and you can book your date-driven marketing demo at websand.co.uk. So look forward to talking to you in person pretty soon. Take care. Bye.